your hands up and fill the next cup. Let's get this started again. Wake up, rub the eyes, another new day and it's no surprise. I lost my phone, my keys, my car, I left my wallet at the bar. Tie shoes, swig some booze, another new day, got nothing to lose. I can't remember her name, I think this show's all to blame. If it's only gonna be for tonight, let's set this party right. So throw your hands up and fill the next cup. Let's get this started again. Let's get this started again. Let's get this started again.
Coming to you live in Baltimore, Maryland, the home of the Orioles and the home of the Ravens. We are on the last Smackdown Live, the go-home show to Capital Punishment that is happening tomorrow. But before we get there, let's see what's in store here on this edition of Smackdown Live. The Eradicator, Rhea Bloody Ripley, is here, and she is in a #1 Contenders match for the Smackdown Live Women's title. But will she become #1 contender here on this episode of Smackdown Live?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Adelaide, South Australia, Rhea Ripley.
You guys can see the graphic on the screen. Rhea Ripley is taking on Nile here in a #1 Contenders match for Bianca Belair's title. But this rivalry has been brewing for quite some time. If you guys recall, a couple weeks ago, Rhea fought Nile in a singles match, but then Chelsea Green interfered and then blindsided Rhea Ripley. So Rhea Ripley wants a clean shot at American Made's Nile. But let's see if she can beat Nile here when high stakes are on the line for mommy. But let's see Nile of American Made.
And her opponent, representing American Made from Knoxville, Tennessee, Nile.
And I forgot to mention, whenever Nile took on Rhea Ripley a couple weeks ago, before the Chelsea Green blindside, Nile really took it to Rhea Ripley. She honestly destroyed her. But will the Pitbull of American Made become #1 contender for Bianca Belair's SmackDown Live Women's Championship? Let's go down to the ring and find out and start this match. All right, the bell has been rung, and who will be going to Capital Punishment tomorrow to fight Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Live Women's title? And Rhea Ripley and Nile starting off this #1 Contenders match with a battle of chain wrestling. And look at Nile taking this into her own direction. And now Ripley flipping it around, applying the pain on the arm of Ivy. The leader of American Made, Chad Gable, spoke weeks ago, and he said he wants all of American Made to become champion. So it would be huge if Nile can get the win here over Rhea Ripley and then knock off Bianca Belair tomorrow, because we know the Creed brothers are going to be fighting the Motor City Machine Guns for the SmackDown Live Tag Team titles tomorrow as well. So we'll have to see what happens. But Rhea Ripley finally gets the chain wrestling over and done with, and look at this. A beautiful drop kick there after a duck underneath and a leapfrog. And Nile gets sat on. Stomp to the skull from Ripley. Rhea now flexing on Nile here in this #1 Contenders match. Chad Gable trying to cheer on the Pitbull right now, but we'll see what happens. And now look at this. Rhea Ripley really taking it to Nile with those stomps to the face. And she's doing it again. Rhea Ripley has not forgotten how the last match between these two went. And Ripley to the top rope. Diving elbow drop. And now Chad Gable throws in a kendo stick, hoping that Ivy can use that. But we'll see what happens. Kick out at 2. And Charles Robinson sees it, and Rhea Ripley tossing Nile to the other side of the ring. Ivy in the corner now. Smart reversal there. And a kick, another one, and a third one completing the hat trick. And look at this with a big knee to the midsection there. And the plethora of boos going to Ivy Nile. They're not a fan of her. Ivy with a big punch. There's another one. Another shot, and now a counter from Ripley. Ripley kick to the midsection. Working on the arm, and a kick to the midsection once again. Ripley looking really good in this match, and a big boot to the face. And she is going to fly. And frog splash counter. The Pitbull counters. Looking for an enziguri there, but she misses as well. Rhea face first into the turnbuckle goes Nile. Counter in the corner. And now a running Hurricane Rana there from Ivy Nile. Rope break there. Nile was looking for a submission to try to possibly tap Rhea Ripley out and go to capital punishment tomorrow. But that is not the case. Ripley counters that rope break. And now look at this. Ripley trying to snap her in half in a spear into the corner. Now I didn't even notice Chad Gable took off that turnbuckle pad. You guys can see our official, Charles Robinson, repairing it. Big elbow followed up by a chop, and now a nice little bridge suplex into a cover there from Mommy. 1, 2, kick out at 2.5 from Ivy, where Ripley thought that was it. But look at this. Chad Gable taking off the ropes once again, and Ripley kick to the midsection, was looking for the riptide, but a counter from the Pitbull is perfect, and now a single-legged Boston Crab is locked in, applied tight. Ripley counters, trying to take this her own way. Face first into the turnbuckle goes Nile. Another counter in the corner. And look at this. Look at the strength of Ivy Nile picking up Ripley. Rhea's in trouble, and we have like a torture rack scenario here. Ripley gets out of it, though. Rhea Ripley going from behind. Nice counter there from Nile. Hard reset on the cam there. And now this match, I thought it was going to go to Ivy Nile's, or go in Ivy Nile's direction. But Ripley running once again, taunting. And look at this. Rhea Ripley saying it's light work, and that was a huge boot to the face from the Eradicator. Out to the ring we go. Ripley now Irish whipping Ivy back in the ring. And Ripley getting the crowd on their feet. Big shot there, and Ivy now takes it like a champ and punches Rhea Ripley back. And what a #1 contenders this match has been. Ivy running around, and a big kick to the midsection. And I guarantee you Chad Gable is watching this match very closely and loving the performance Ivy Nile is putting on for us. And look at this. Ivy trying to make Rhea tap. She has it locked in. Rhea Ripley is in trouble. And now Ivy lets go. And she's looking for something else, I suppose. Nile. Go to the second rope. Rhea, watch behind you. Double axe handle. And now another submission locked in. We just saw this submission. Ivy Nile. Oh no, look at this. Rhea Ripley with a counter with some knees to the face. Irish whip. Ripley throws Ivy Nile up and down. And now she's going to the top. Trying to end Nile once and for all. Diving elbow drop into a cover. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. What a match this has been, everybody. Ace Army, I hope you are enjoying it so far. Oh, wait. Ripley might be going for a riptide here. No, she doesn't, but she drops Nile on the mat. Face first into a cover here. Will Ripley go to capital punishment? And she is. Good one for Rhea.
Here is your winner, Rhea
Ripley is now your #1 contender for the Smackdown Live Women's title. But let's go down to our next segment here on this episode. Jey Uso, I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to spear you in half when it comes time to capital punishment tomorrow. So just be ready, because the dogs will be barking and they will be howling as well, because Braun Breaker is going to end the yeet movement once and for all. So I'll see you tomorrow, Jey, and be prepared, because your ribs will be broken and you will be sidelined for months. All right, everybody, next up is tag team action.
contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall, making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 515 pounds. Brutus and Julius, the Creed Brothers.
The Creed Brothers are here in tag team action ahead of their tag team championship match tomorrow. They are looking to get a win to get some big momentum going into capital punishment. But let's see their opponents here in this episode of SmackDown Live. And their opponents are the authors of pain. That's Akam. That's Razor. The authors of pain.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 620 pounds. Akam and Razor, the authors of pain.
600 plus pounds. This tag team is at a combined weight. You guys heard the voice of SmackDown Live, Alicia Taylor, say that these are two big men. But it would be a big win if American Maid's own, the Creed Brothers, can get the win over their championship match tomorrow. So let's go down to the squared circle and see who will win this tag team match. All right, the bell has been rung, and Julius Creed is starting it off with Akam. And now an ankle lock. Look at this from Julius Creed, taking lessons by his leader of American Made, Chad Gable. He's learning pretty well, but it was not locked in good enough to be applied for that long. And now Akam taking this match in his direction with a Uranagi to Julius Creed. And now here comes Razor with the tag. Charles Robinson doing back-to-back matches in this episode. And a counter there, but a pin attempt. Oh, counter pin. One. Counter pin again, going back and forth here in tag team action. Kick to the midsection now. And look at the strength of Razor planting down Julius Creed. Big knee to the face. Julius enters the ring once again in cheap shots. Akam while he was on the apron. Nice dodge there, but Razor could not counter the knee to the face, and here comes Brutus. Brutus Creed now with a beautiful combo, but he misses the shoulder tackle to complete it. Nice shot to the face there. A nice little slam. And here comes the tag made to Akam. Akam going after Brutus Creed for the first time in this matchup. Trying to take it to him the best he can. And a camel clutch locked in. Brutus Creed in trouble. But he gets out of it though. Great counter by going underneath and taking your opponent out and slamming him on his face. Irish whip into the #1 contender's corner. Irish whip underneath. Suplex. Great tag team move there from American Made, and Julius Creed is now once again legal. Stomp to the face. And now look at this submission. I think it's a submission, yeah. Submission locked in from Julius Creed. But look at this counter from Akam. Great resilience there, using all of his body weight to get up high and try to, or to break up the hold, I guess he did, but try to take the match into his own way, but did not go the way he planned. Julius now, Irish whip to the corner. Oh, was looking for a tag team corner move there, but Akam says no, no, no. Instead, look at this. Akam just throws him, and his back went straight onto that LED barricade. Count of 1. And what a throw. I honestly think these two teams are very even. They are both strong in their own right. They're not close in the weight-wise, but like the wrestling is very close. But there could only be one winner, and there can only be one winner. Will it be the number 1 contenders? And what a leap that was from Julius Creed. And I can guarantee you, I was not expecting that from one half of American Made. Dang. That was nuts. And guys, I'm telling you, if the Creed brothers can do that when it comes time tomorrow at Capital Punishment for the titles, we will see new tag team champions. Count of 6 now, and Julius Creed entering the ring once again, trying to get a count out victory here over the Authors of Pain. And it might happen. Count of 9 incoming, and the straps have been lowered there. And the Creed brothers get the win via count out.
Here are your winners, Brutus and Julius, the Creed brothers.
Great win for the Creed brothers here in this match. Sami Zayn, I want you to listen to me. Tomorrow at Capital Punishment, this rivalry is ending. And you know what? Since I started the attacks, I'm going to make the stipulation official. It's going to be me versus you in a no-holds-barred match. So bring your A game, Sami. I have this steel chair in my hand, and I'm going to have one tomorrow. So be ready, because the prize fighter Kevin Owens will end the underdog from the underground. My way, my life. That is Lexis King. And he's in singles action.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 223 pounds, Lexis King!
Lexis King has an opportunity of a lifetime, because look at the graphic, guys. He has taken on the Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio in this mid-card battle. But let's see the Hall of Famer. And there is the greatest luchador of all time, Rey Mysterio. Loving this Rey attire. He debuted it in his last match, and he's repping it once again.
And his opponent from San Diego, California, weighing in at 175 pounds, Rey Mysterio!
All right, guys, Rey Mysterio versus Lexis King, starting now. All right, the bell has been rung, and these two men are starting it off with some good old-fashioned chain wrestling. Rey Mysterio, the veteran in this match, and Lexis King, the rookie. So we'll see what Lexis King can do against Mysterio. A nice little DDT spiking King's head right into the canvas. Brian Pillman, the late Brian Pillman, is the father of Lexis King. If you guys did not know that, the legendary member of the Hart Foundation. But Rey Mysterio telling Lexis to bring it on, and now Rey just tight roping the ropes into a beautiful drop kick. Maybe Lexis King can learn something here from Rey Mysterio in this match. And Rey going off the ropes and connecting with his move. Rey now working on the leg. Trying to damage it the best way he can. And guys, remember, Saturday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is tomorrow if you were watching this on the Friday it goes up, is our Capital Punishment pay-per-view. Our second ever Smackdown Live exclusive pay-per-view. And what a, I don't even know what a move that was from Mysterio, going through these ropes into a DDT, and Lexis King is busted open already. This is not looking good for the rookie. This is Brian Pillman's son's first ever season in Universe mode. So we'll see if that plays a factor. But I don't know. Lexis Irish whipped into the turnbuckle, the steel steps, excuse me. Irish whip from Mysterio all the way to the other side of the ring. And Mysterio with the stomp. Count of 6 now. Kick to the midsection there. And now Mysterio, sunset flip right by the barricade. And here we go, back in the ring at a count of 8. Rey trying to get the win here, hooking the leg. 1, 2, kick out at 2 by Lexis. And now Mysterio, kick, shot, and wow, what a head scissors. And then Mysterio looking to fly, frog splash, the end for Lexis King might be near. And it is. Great win by Rey Mysterio. Too bad for Lexis King. He could not defeat the Hall of Famer. Oh, well, Lexis back up to his feet. And now he extends the hand, and Rey Mysterio shakes the hand of the rookie. What a match that was. But let's see what we have next here on this episode before the main event. Listen up, Theory. I know you think you're all tough now since you're the Intercontinental Champion and you think you run the mid-card division. Well, you don't, because tomorrow at Capital Punishment, you're looking at the next IC champion, and it deserves to be in the hands of a veteran in this great sport. So, Theory, be ready, prepare yourself, because you have never been in the ring with The Miz, because I am The Miz, and I'm gonna kick your ass. And I'm still awesome. You already know that. But I'll see you tomorrow, Theory. All right, Ace Army and everybody watching at home, it is finally main event time. And look who's in action. It is none other than the Second City Saint, the best in the world, the straight edge superstar. It is CM Punk. And you know what time it is. It's clobbering time.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
CM Punk in action before his WWE title match tomorrow night against the ring general Gunther. But speaking of Gunther, you guys can see the graphic. It is CM Punk and Jey Uso teaming up against Imperium. So let's see if CM Punk can get a win over Imperium and over Gunther's own team ahead of their championship match tomorrow at Capital Punishment. But let's see. Main event, Jey Uso. And there is main event, Jey Uso. Yeet, yeet, yeet. Huge opportunity here for the team of Uso and Punk.
And his partner, from San Francisco, California,
We know the relationship with Jey Uso and CM Punk has been strong, and they won their last tag team match they were in. So we'll see if they can get the win here over Imperium. And there is Imperium, Gunther, and Ludwig Kaiser. This match is going to be good. The WWE Champion wearing his belt that he is defending against Punk tomorrow. But let's see who will win this match.
And at a combined weight of 470 pounds, Ludwig Kaiser and Gunther Imperium.
All right, guys, let's start this main event match. All right, it's the first time we're seeing Jessica Carr tonight, and she is doing the main event match, and what a match to officiate. And what a suplex that was from Kaiser, and Kaiser now smearing the face of Punk right into the mat. I know what Imperium's goal is right now. They are trying to wear down Punk the most they can because they do not want Punk to be 100% going into capital punishment tomorrow. And now Kaiser going shoulder first into the LED ring post. And now Punk with some knees to the neck. And remember, whenever CM Punk called out Gunther recently on a past edition of SmackDown Live, he said he will never challenge for Gunther if he loses. So we'll see if that stands true. And just to reiterate that, Punk will never challenge Gunther if Gunther beats him tomorrow, as long as Gunther's WWE champion. So we'll see what happens. And I don't think Punk saw the tag. Gunther was going for a quick pin there, but it does not go in his favor. Instead, Punk is still getting manhandled right now. He needs to get a tag. Irish whip. Back here we go, and here comes Ludwig once again. Kick to the upper chest of Punk, and what a move that was by Kaiser to get his leg up there. And now look at this. Kaiser smearing the face of Punk into that top rope, and off the ropes they go. Cover from Kaiser. One. Kick out one by Punk. Jey Uso desperately looking for a tag to help his team out, but it is not working because this has been all Imperium. And look at this, an assisted back body drop. And Punk finally gets the tag. Gunther did not see it coming, but now he's ready. And what a high kick that was to the face of main event Jey Uso. And a Gunther knife edge chop right to the chest of Jey Uso. And that is the most dangerous chop in all of pro wrestling, in all of SmackDown Live. Gunther now Irish whipping Jey into his team's corner. Nice counter there from Uso. And now we are going into the corner of his team. Tag made. Here comes Punk once again. And look at this. Punk and Jey working together with a double super kick. And now Punk doing push-ups in the center of the ring. And he does not see Kaiser there. In a stomp right to Punk. One. That is why you don't do push-ups in the middle of your matches, Punk. Just saying. I know you're a vet in this business and you think you know a lot, but you learn something new every day, especially when you're going one-on-one pretty much with Kaiser in the ring. Kaiser, one of the best in the mid-card division here on the blue brand, trying to capture his first mid-card title. Speaking of mid-card titles, we will see the Intercontinental Championship on the line tomorrow at Capital Punishment when The Miz takes on Austin Theory for that Covenant title. Will we have a new champion? We'll have to find out. And you guys, make sure to tune in because it's going to be great. And now Kaiser leaning Jey on the ropes. Now a shot to the back. And now a fireman's carry. Counter from Punk. Punk misses that attack, but he nails that lariat, knocking down Ludwig. And Punk now tags in Jey Uso. Jey coming back, firing on all cylinders, and a rollover DDT. Stomp there from Jey. And Jey now with a big kick to the face. And now look at this. Jey Uso putting up the one. We haven't seen that in a minute. I guess Jey Uso is honoring the former side of him. But I guess he's doing it because his cousins are restarting the bloodline. But we know that is happening on Nitro. But we are not talking about WCW Nitro in this episode. We're talking about the blue brand, Smackdown Live. Gunther with an overhand chop right to the head, and now flipping Jey the other way. And Punk looking for a tag. He's reaching for it. And he gets it. Gunther too busy showboating. The WWE champion let his blind side show. And Punk's going to capitalize on that. And now a beautiful kicking combo there from the best in the world, CM Punk. Punk was going to celebrate, but oh, smart move and smart dodge there from Punk. Punk's figuring out Gunther right now. We saw these two men compete in a triple threat at Money in the Bank. Kevin Owens was also involved in that, but no man but Gunther walked out with the WWE title. So Punk trying to finally capture that title tomorrow. But before we get to that, we have to see what happens here in today's episode. Punk picking up Gunther now. And nice little Russian leg sweep. Tag made. Here comes Jey. Jey running. And a big move there. And now Jey misses that attack. And what a move that was from main event Jey Uso. Yeet. Not even a one count, man. Gunther showing great resilience. I guess that is why he is the WWE champion. And what a super kick to the skull. And there's another one. That one to the jaw, though. God damn. And a hat trick completed. And Jey Uso going crazy with those kicks to the face. Here comes Punk once again. Punk picking up Gunther. And now, nice little slam there. CM Punk. Oh, Kaiser trying to get involved, though. I was going to say Punk might go for a springboard, but maybe Kaiser stop that from happening. I don't know. Here we go. A tag team move. And kick to the midsection. Jey. Pin. 1, 2. Wow, we almost had a win there from the team of Punk and Jey by defeating Imperium. But we are still going here in this great main event. If you guys are enjoying this episode, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. And if you are feeling generous, put on those notifications because you will not miss a Universe Mode upload. But Jey now. Super kick to Kaiser. And now Jey looking for another one to Ludwig. Ludwig, you better move out of the way, my friend. Boom, right to the face. Jey now going to the top rope. Are we going to see an Uso splash? Uso splash from Jey into a cover. And Gunther's right there to break it up. And Gunther's lucky he just didn't get kicked in the face because Jey was charging up that super kick. like no other. Nice elbow there. Jey going off the ropes. And a nice little elbow there to the neck area of Ludwig. And now some kicks to the midsection there from main event. Jey Uso. Cover now. Another one. Will this be it? 1, 2. Kick out at 2 from Kaiser. I thought that was it. Imperium has been getting it handed to them as of late. And look at the back of Kaiser in the chest. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's pretty beaten up with these shots. Yeah, look at his back. All beaten up. And I'm trying to show you Kaiser's chest here. Yeah, right there. Right on the abdomen. Not looking good for Imperium right now. In a submission here from Jey Uso right in front of the WWE Champion. Jey lets go. I guess he was not confident in his hold. And now Jey, shot to the face. Nice neck breaker there. That might be it. Jey, 1, 2, 3. Jey Uso and CM Punk win.
Here are your winners, the Tmrw, CM Punk and Jey Uso.
All right, Ace Army, that is it for this episode of SmackDown Live. Make sure to subscribe and watch Capital Punishment tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Take care, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.